So yeah, this is pretty much why the Chicago Sky had decided to trade Angel Reese, it seems. And look, I actually don't think that it's the worst idea in the world, to be honest. And if you guys agree or with any of this take, or you just enjoy this channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 58.2k by the end of the day. We're 17 subscribers off. So the Chicago Sky have CORED Ariel Atkins. What does that mean? Ariel Atkins is making the $1.4 million Supermax if she wants to. Is Ariel Atkins good enough to be making that money? No. She's good, though. Like, she is really good. Like, what we're not going to be doing is we're not going to be talking too far down on a player because of how bad they played with a dysfunctional franchise. Because Ariel Atkins, for her career, is a 13.5 point per game player on near 40% from three, 80% from the line, 85% from the line, and is a lockdown defender. She's somebody who was the youngest player on the 2021 Olympic winning team. She's a champion, and she's somebody who, up until Leo Phoebish in 2024, held the record for most ever points in the playoffs by a rookie. She has started every single game for her career and has played on some really good Washington Mystics teams. Like, and I'm saying, oh, the Mystics suck. No, she literally won a championship for them. She was starter on teams with Landella. Sorry, she didn't start 5 games in her rookie year. So Ariel Atkins has been a really, really good second option. The problem is paying someone a core designation to be a second option is pretty rough. But the thing is that I do think that someone would have paid her the regular max. I think she's good enough to make the regular max. She is somebody that originally, when there was talk of Kelsey Mitchell leaving a year ago, I thought that an Ariel Atkins and pick number 3, which became Sonia Citron for Kelsey Mitchell, would have been a really good trade. Even with hindsight being 2020, I still think that would have been a solid enough trade. But a really, really good defender, really, really good player, and very clearly did not get on with Angel Reese. Very clearly. Courtney Vandersloot clearly did not get on with Angel Reese. Ariel Atkins clearly did not get on with Angel Reese. Sevgi Uzun, who they have just basically re-signed, despised the Angel Reese fans. So you've got a situation there where you have players and you've got players in Atkins and Sloot and Uzun who actively did not want to play with Angel. Cardoso, Maddie Westbeld more than likely did. I doubt Hailey Van Lith wanted to play with her. And the thing is that I think there are a lot of people are like, oh, a lot of free agents want to come to Chicago because of Angel. There's also the problem where a lot of free agents don't want to come to Chicago because of Angel. Like, if you are Sev Uzun and you are respected, like, she is a respected player. She has been a starting point guard for Fenerbahce, playing currently with Stewie. I'm trying to list the WNBA players she's played with for Fener. She's played with Stewie, Fee, Kayla McBride, Tina Charles, Emma Messerman, Julie Allemond, Ileana Rupert, Meg Gustafson, Mo Billings, Ariel Atkins herself. Like, this is a stacked team where Sev Uzun has been, her and Julie Allemond have been kind of they've been running double guards for a few years. And clearly there is respect there. And some of the stuff that's happened with Angel Reese, that's not all entirely her fault. Like, and I saw a clip earlier today and people being like, oh, Angel Reese did nothing wrong in Chicago or last season with Sky. Everything Sky did was wrong. I fully believe the suspension was wrong, but Angel Reese basically publicly called her teammates shit. And she also, during the game she was suspended, she got her team, she had a courtside seats free. She got her team to bring a fan to courtside with a t-shirt that said Free Angel on it. So directly across from Jeff Pagliocca was a t-shirt that said Free Angel. She did that. That is objectively wrong. Whatever, even if you think, oh yeah, like, Jeff Pagliocca deserved it. He probably does. He's a shit GM. But no, that's objectively, she is at fault for doing that. But it's very clear the Sky feel like nobody, as good as Angel Reese was, that they could build a better team without hurting with her. And Ariel Atkins is the first domino there. Because who is Ariel Atkins as a player? She is the perfect second option. She's a glue player. Everyone, like, there's not one player in the league doesn't want to play with Ariel Atkins. They're going to bring Courtney Vandersloot back. They're going to bring Camila Cardoso. They're going to start building around Cardoso, who I expect to have an all-star year. Maybe 17, 18 points per game. And then the rumor is they might be getting Jewel Lloyd, who I think if they bring in Jewel Lloyd, that's very interesting. That's a very interesting one, bringing in Jewel Lloyd, who I know she had a massively down 2 years, to be honest. But how she was fantastic in the playoffs. Like, that would be a great person to bring back. Like, you're obviously not bringing back, like, Beck Allen and stuff, but, like, the Chicago Sky have pretty much got, they're planning on putting together a team that's going to be better than last year. And I actually think they will be. Because there's not going to be. By the way, as great as Angel was for that team, and if you look at their team, they were like, I think they were 9. Were they like 9-30 with her? Say 9-20 with her, and like 1-13 without, or 9-21 with her and 1-13 without her. Like, they went from being really bad to historic with her to historically bad without her. So, like, she was a major, major factor for that team, as was Ariel Atkins. I thought they were probably of similar importance to that team last year, Ariel Atkins. But if you got Ariel Atkins, who clearly said she agreed with ownership suspending Angel Reese last year, she was pissed off. And you could see it, like, they were barely interacting on the bench when Atkins was out injured. So, look, the Chicago Sky, I actually think they're going to win more games than last year. Like, I actually do. And it seems like they're moving on from the Angel experiment because they're trying to build what they felt like they wanted to build from the start. And if you look at all the moves they've made, I think they'd be in a there's a load of moves they made. They got Angel Reese with the 7th pick when they didn't think Angel Reese was going to be anything spectacular. Izzy Harrison was meant to start. Angel Reese completely outperformed expectations. Like, absolutely outperformed expectations. And then she became an all-stars rookie. They tried to accelerate the timeline. They clearly wanted to build through Cardoso. And Cardoso and Angel Reese as a fit. Long-term, it's not going to work. They wanted to bring back Courtney Vandersloot as a veteran leader, someone who has won a championship there, who has been part of the furniture in Chicago, and they wanted to bring in a talented guard in Ariel Atkins. So clearly, whatever vision Jeff Pagliocca has, getting rid of Angel Reese for nothing is how his best way for him to achieve his vision. That being said, I think it's dumb. That being said, I think he's terrible. But, like, there is logic to it. Or I can see his thinking. I think he's dumb. But, like, at least there's now some direction for where the franchise is going. It is, we feel like we can compete building around Camila Cardoso. It is as simple as that. All of these pieces, Atkins is a perfect complementary wing to have around Cardoso. Slew and Sev Uzun are perfect point guards to have with Camila Cardoso. They're not perfect point guards to have around point center, point forward Angel Reese. So they're perfect point guards to have around Camila. My guess is that they're gonna try surround with shooters. Surround Camila with shooters and scorers. That is my prediction. And do I think they'll be great? Probably not. But at least there's some logic to what they're doing.